Doesn't stay.
You look like Lugia from New York.
Anastasia was the first comment. I look like Lugia? Oh, yeah, because he did.
Yeah, in his promo picture. You
I feel like
remember
you're extra close to me there.
I was doing a little lean.
Yeah.
Just getting comfy.
I feel like a scuba diver. What's up, Jack? Anastasia?
Hello.
Sorry, we had a little bit of a... No, we didn't have a technical issue. We never have technical issues.
Just getting it together last minute.
Yeah. Yeah. How's it going? Today, it's just the two of us. You and I.
Awkward.
Start singing. Just the two of us.
You don't want that.
All right.
You don't want that. I promise. You don't.
Hey, Dr. Azen. I won't call you Dr. Azen anymore. Kenny, how's it going? I lost my train of thought. Today, we're playing a little game called Feral Rites. This was made by an independent studio.
Mm-hmm.
Small team.
Up and coming.
The up and coming group of
Tenacious.
developers, scrappy developers,
Yeah.
known as... I didn't have a good one to say.
Insomniac.
Insomniac Games.
Games, yes.
Insomniac Games. Anyway, we made this game. This was our second VR game. The first being Edge of Nowhere. The second being Feral Rites. The third being The Unspoken.
That's right.
And then who knows what the future holds.
Who knows what the future holds? Gotta get that in every time.
Yes. How are you all doing today? Look at that, we already got the emojis in there. What are they called? The memes. Are they memes or emojis?
Emojis, emotes.
They're emotes.
Emotes, yeah.
But they're also memes.
The Kappa. Kappa is classic.
Okay, I'll call you Dr. Azen again. Paging Dr. Azen. It's time to stream Feral Rites. Now, the thing about Feral Rites is you cannot call it Feral Rites. You have to call it... Hold on, I don't know if I can do this. I'm still getting over Feral Rites.
Ooh.
That's how you have to say it.
Ooh, that's nice.
Because it's so aggressive. All right, so we're going to play that today. We won't finish it because it's super long. It's like, I don't know, 20 hours of gameplay or something.
Is it really?
It's long.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's an action beat 'em up brawler, not beat 'em up. Let's call it a brawler. Where you are, well, you'll see, but you're either a son or a daughter of a fallen chieftain, and you've returned to reclaim.
It's got some Altered Beast-esque
Yes.
things going on, right?
It was, I believe, when Marcus Smith was creative director, Marcus Smith of Resistance and Sunset Overdrive fame, was he called it a Altered Beast meets God of War meets Zelda kind of thing, something like that. It was some kind of mashup.
That sounds baller. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome. I love Altered
It sounds
Beast.
brawler.
Brawler. Uh-oh. Oh, don't.
I need like a sound effect button.
You need an air horn. You
No, well, I can do that with the sound effect button. I got the
that's what I'm
buttons.
saying.
I just need sound effects. I question chat. Question for chat. Man, I can't even talk today. Question for chat. What sound effects should we use?
I'm sure there's like some really good Ratchet ones.
Yeah, but
like when people turn into sheep.
just to get this
Kinda
out there,
nice.
I hate first-person games where you can't see your legs. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna hold that against you. All right, let's go to the game. No, here's the cool thing about today, because there's just the two of us.
Just keep going. Just move on past that. We can just pretend that never happened.
Because There's just the two of us. Thomas is going to play on the couch right here, right next to me.
Yeah.
So get ready. Come on. I want you to get ready. I want to time this so when you put the headset on, I want to put you into the game. Ready?
All right.
This is going to be fun.
Nope.
Do you have enough slack?
That was caught on the TV.
Feral Rites.
All right, let's just...
Oh, by the way, let me know about the game audio. Hold on, you guys center yourself. Click them sticks, man.
I don't know if that's...
Oh, is it because the tracker's over there?
Maybe. Probably.
Do you want to move the tracker in front of you so you don't have to look to the side?
I mean, it doesn't really bother me if it doesn't bother...
Well, you just got to keep it centered so they can see.
Yeah. Just let me know if they're making fun of me. Because I can't see chat, so... You gotta let me know.
I will let you know, trust me.
All right.
I'll tell you everything they're saying about you.
I'm sensitive.
I think we should still move it. Move it to the center.
All right.
Yeah. Apologies. You don't like games in general, huh, Marcus? You're in the wrong business.
Okay, I guess I'll just do this.
How's it going, Al? This will be interesting because Thomas has never played this game before. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, it feels better.
Okay. All right.
Look better?
Yeah. Hey, again, let me know about the game audio if I need to turn it up or down. Let's start.
We got volume options in here.
Well, okay. Thomas can change that if good. Do hard.
I mean...
Oh my God, you're doing hard?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Are you going to be male or female?
I always play games on hard.
Male or female?
What does chat think?
What does chat want?
First comment in chat.
Male or female? First one to comment. Turn it up, he said. That's not male or female, but they're delayed. Turn it up. Both. Male. Male. Anastasia says male. Zeke says male. That's two males.
All right.
You want us to turn the volume up, you said?
I already turned it up a little bit.
Many years
okay, so
passed on Stonefang Island.
These cutscenes are really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I'll explain them in a second if you want to listen to them.
Was brutally murdered.
Well, I don't want to just sit here while he's talking, but
Culture on the island.
so these cutscenes were all done, obviously because VR. You know, cutscenes are always hard.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, we did like these motion graphic style,
comic booky.
Yeah, but these were not done traditional like 1080p motion graphics. These are done like super wide because look, you can look. Go look left and right. See, they just keep going.
Yeah, it's really impressive in the headset.
Yeah,
it's super awesome.
So again, as I said when we played Edge of Nowhere, every single one of our games has different cutscenes, different style cutscenes. This is a way more stylized, comic booky game.
I love the way the fire looks. There's the blue and purple. And Is that Yancey? You know?
No, Yancey didn't work on Feral Rites.
Well, whoever did that did a really good job.
This was I forget his name. Oh, here's the other thing. Because it's a fixed camera, look off to the side. See how it shows you where your player is? So you always know where to look back to? That's another thing that we had to do for VR that you wouldn't traditionally have to do.
There's a secret right there.
Yeah, well, you play the game. So you're stuck in this cage. What happens next? Yeah, it might have been Ian, you're right. It was thanks for the follow, Real AJ's Max.
Ignite the cage.
Ignite the cage.
Yes.
Where is the yacht? Trap the innocent within a cage. Have the decency to use your fists if you call yourselves warriors.
How's the game audio? Is the game audio good? I'm really asking Marcus, but he's not responding.
Who are you?
Is the game audio good?
My name is Bobo, but there is no time to explain. We must get you out of here. Now is your chance to break free from the cage.
I do love the graphics in this game.
Who did the voice for that character? Do you know? I recognize that voice. I know it's a hard question. I'm sorry, putting you on the spot.
God!
I recognize that voice.
You want me to
though.
IMDb it?
Yeah,
I don't know if they have everyone on IMDb.
that's definitely
Of course.
a voice actor who's been in other stuff.
Well, we tend to use voice actors who have been in other stuff.
Yeah.
That's like something we do, considering we have, we use union talent.
Oh, it wants me to block.
Yeah, you get. This is how you're learning, man. You gotta learn.
Learn to punch him.
You can counter enemy attacks by timing
That's
your
right.
block, blocking
That's
just
right.
as they strike.
I don't know. There is no listing on IMDb. I honestly have no idea who voiced that guy. Sounds like maybe it was Zeke. Spyro Remaster is coming today. Is it? Are you at? I have no idea. I know nothing about Spyro Remastered.
I saw a headline. I haven't read it.
So again, this is a again, every one of our VR games is different, right? It has third-person action, follow cam. In Edge of Nowhere, in this instance, we had a fixed camera where, as you enter new zones, your camera switches.
Try a heavy attack.
And then in Unspoken is first person. So like you know, we learned a lot from these three games. Yes, we did develop Spyro, but we developed Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and that was over 15 years ago. So Activision owns Spyro.
Light and heavy attacks to perform combination attacks. This is the key to Stone Fang fighting style.
What's going on?
XXY.
I'm gonna try to say this again. Furamaru. I did see Geralt was going to be in Soul Calibur. That's kind of cool.
Oh, my bad. Did I?
I'm kind of excited for
Yes,
if they do a Netflix Witcher series. I love The Witcher.
I died.
Thomas, do you need to drop it down in difficulty?
No,
Okay.
I got this.
All right. Well, thank you.
Together light and heavy attacks to
Thank you.
perform
You remain
combination
my
attacks.
favorite fan.
This is the key to Stone Fang fighting style.
Studio number 2. Come on. We're all the same studio. We're just on different coasts. Yeah, spell it out. That would help. Furamaru.
Let's block.
Heal your damage by standing near these green energy holes.
The block button.
Well, thank you for following us. Is it AJ's Max or AJ Smacks? The real AJ Smacks.
Spirit that surrounds me.
How's it going, Send Web?
It can help lead you to where you need to go. Try using your tracking sense now.
You're not using numbers to rate us?
Tracking sense.
Well, thank you.
Your tracking sense will help.
We are the
Now hurry.
newer of the two studios.
This is the second studio in existence.
Yes, we are the second studio in existence. Faramuru. Faramuru. With rolling R's. Oh man, you gotta make me do rolling R's.
I can't actually roll my R's.
Furamaru. Is that right? Is that better? Furamaru. Yeah?
Huh?
You can't see. But
No.
you guys can talk all the trash you want
No,
about
please.
Thomas.
Please.
Pronounced AJ's Max. Got it.
This way.
I'm like
You can't say R?
into this.
Closer. Well, I'm glad I got it closer. How's it going, Zarkrin? Sorry. It's hard to read. It's tinier text. I need to blow it up on the screen more. By the way, we're playing Feral Rites for those who are just joining us. Made by a little team known as Insomniac Games. Is that how we called it? Insomniac?
Ooh. Huh?
Good.
Insomniac.
Yeah, we made
Nice.
we made this game. This is our second VR game. Marcus Smith was the director. Marcus Smith of Resistance 3 / Sunset Overdrive.
What am I supposed to do here?
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
It's
You follow that bird. I know that.
get the ceremonial. I think I need
You gotta go pick that thing that's flashing.
Oh,
Go pick up the thing that's flashing.
this thing.
Ah!
You
Just
tricked
kidding.
me.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Why does this game need to be VR only? I guess no game needs to be VR only, but we built it as a VR title. Mainly because we were making games and Oculus was interested in making another game, and we pitched them this game and they liked it, and that's how we made it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider looks cool. I still gotta finish the second one. I've haven't finished the second
Where
one
is
yet.
this ceremonial?
How's it going, Waru Boy?
But I will need to open a shadow rift first.
A what?
High fives, thank you.
There's no time at the moment.
This game is VR only, yeah. This game was published by Oculus. Same as all three of our VR titles.
I will make
It's reason. Why is it easy to tell we've made the lava? Is that a good thing or a bad thing that we've made good lava?
Roll an X. Roll attacks.
Now remember, Thomas is playing on hard for some reason. He decided to play on hard, a game that he's never played before. Are making VR games harder than normal games? I don't know if they're harder. They're different. We have to approach things differently. For example, this game in particular has to run at 90 hertz in the headset. And, you know, our console games usually run around 30. So, we have to dial back maybe some of the particle effects, maybe some of the atmosphere stuff. We have to dial back some things to make it run smoother, but as you can tell, it still looks pretty good, in my opinion. But other things are like challenges like design, challenges, audio challenges. Like, for example, see how it's telling you how to do the move, by the way. For example, you see how when he goes off screen, because he can move his headset wherever he wants, he can easily lose his character. So we had to come up with a better way to show where the characters were on screen than we would in a traditional game. So it's not harder. It's just different, I guess you could say. It's new. It's all new, uncharted territory for a lot of Hostel devs.
All right, I got it.
embrace it.
Vibrant lava is Insomniac's DNA. That's cool. That's cool to hear. Gaspar had some nice lava.
Combo gives you bonus combat bonus.
So did Core 2. Didn't Core 2 have lava?
I don't know.
Do we use our same engine for all of our games? Yes. The only game we didn't use our engine for was Song of the Deep, and that was because it was a 2D art style game, and our engine is built for 3D. We theoretically could have taken the time to integrate 2D into our engine, but it was easier and quicker to just use Unity at that point.
Woo! Stomped off his head.
But every other game has been the Insomniac engine. So Feral Rites, this is the same engine that runs Ratchet & Clank, the same engine that runs Sunset Overdrive, same engine that's going to run Spider-Man. The only difference is between each game, actually during each game, we iterate on the engine. So there's always improvements, there's always new technologies being added, all kinds of stuff. So while it is the same engine, it's not like old, I guess I could say.
The ceremonial site is just ahead.
I'm just doing combos over here, man. This is fun.
You had a dream about Spider-Man. What was your dream? How long have I been with the company? I've been with the company, this is my 8th year. My first game was Resistance 3. Thomas is not quite as old with the company.
Not quite.
Your first game was Unspoken, right?
Yeah.
Technically?
Yeah. I did a very minimal amount of stuff on Edge of Nowhere.
So 2016?
Yeah.
So 2 years?
Yeah. Just about. A little under that.
Yeah, my first game was Resistance 3, and then that was 2000, and I think 2010 was when I started. Does the engine have a name? We call it the Insomniac engine. I'm sure if we ever decided to open it up and license it, you know, like Unreal or Unity, I'm sure we would come up with a cool name. Call it Luna. But it's the Insomniac engine. Resistance 3 was my favorite Resistance 2. But it also holds a special place in my heart because it was my first game. But in my opinion, it had the best campaign. What are you trying to do?
Upgrade. For the character sheet.
Ah. What are you going to add? What should we upgrade, chat? Light damage, heavy damage, air damage, melee defense, or magic defense?
I think I need to do light damage.
Well, let's see what chat says.
But I'm on hard.
Heavy damage, says AJ's Max. Upgrade light damage, says Warubot. One more. Who's going to break the tie? Heavy. I see 2 heavies. Sounds like you got to do heavy damage.
Heavy damage.
You got to go with the chat, man.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, I see another light, but it's too late. It's too late. There's a third heavy. We'll do light next time, Thomas, okay? How's that?
Alright.
You played it in your dream, and the map was huge. Well, if you've ever been to New York, it is a big city.
There is nowhere you can hide from me.
Yeah, R3 just had some really good campaign moments, in my opinion. Plus the gunplay, we pretty much at that point were like top of our game in terms of twin stick control and how it felt to move and shoot and stuff. So in my opinion, R3 is the best. But I know people have fond memories of the multiplayer of the older games.
Must complete the enchantment. Go! Fight off Sombro's men!
How did cities and open worlds get designed? Is there like Google Maps sort of engine? I mean, it's not like as easy as doing Google Maps. No, I think it depends on the developer.
I like that.
Some, like for instance, we sometimes make. Early on, we made like these hex quadrants, or not quadrants. They're not quadrants. Hex zones, and you would like build them and place them together like hexes, right? Because they fit together in pieces, and you would kind of build them in such a way that they could interchange with each other. And I think that helps prototype the city quickly, but then you want to go in obviously and add landmarks and customize certain areas, and especially with like New York. You know, New York has very iconic things that we could use. So for New York, it was easier because you could look at like Google Maps. But for like Sunset City, that didn't exist, so we kind of had to just map that out how we wanted to. Off the top of your head, can you do a video game on any character you want? Who'd you pick and why? If we could make a video game on any character, someone else's character is what you're asking. I just want to confirm that.
What about you, though? I think they're asking you.
Yeah. I'm just confirming before I answer that.
Eventually, Okar resigned himself that for each of them to find revenge against Sombro, he and Kai would need one another.
It is hard work. Making games is hard work. That's why it takes years to make good games.
Yep.
Years and tons of people. Yes, okay. So I'm going to ask you first, Thomas. If you could make a game
On any character.
using any current existing IP character you want, who would you pick and why?
Who is Doyle?
Off the top of your head, you can't think about it too much.
I mean, there's like an old favorite one from my childhood was Lobo.
Lobo. He says Lobo.
DC comic character. I really like that character. I just think it would be a brutally fun game if you did it justice. I'd also really like to see a well done Superman game.
Superman.
Yep, I'm a
Superman.
I know.
I would
He
say
gets a lot of hate, but I'm a fan of Superman.
I would say, other than Spider-Man, I would say, and I guess we're picking superheroes.
I mean, that's just what I pick.
I've always wanted, and I want a good TV show / movie too. I always want a good Gambit. That's what I want. A good, mature Gambit.
Did you come to look through my
Gambit would be
collection?
cool.
Because he's got such a dark and fascinating backstory, and he's super powerful, and he's just cool.
Choose one of
Yeah.
the armor items
Like,
you have available.
his whole character arc from being a thief to being a good guy to being like
Shoulders
not
do
knowing
more
if he
than
wants to still be a
hold
thief or a good guy. Like, I don't know. That would make a cool game, but I think it would make a better movie. Actually, I think it would make a better TV show, in my opinion. But anyway, that's what I've always wanted, personally.
Item. But once you've purchased an item,
If we directed the next Insomniac project, what would you choose? You're trying to get us in trouble by like saying
the right amount of resources. Go
unannounced
outside
projects. Is that what you're trying to do?
Upgrade your armor now. To find a
How's it going, Bushin?
objects, pottery, enemies, all will contain elemental resources.
You know-
When are we getting Ratchet and Clank Battle Royale?
Just a few more.
And how much of your inheritance? It would. How would you do a Ratchet and Clank Battle Royale? Would you have like 100 Ratchets, or would you want 100 different characters to choose from and skins and stuff? Like, would you want a Ratchet game multiplayer like that, where everyone's playing as Ratchet? Wouldn't that be a little weird? Gambit is the guy that throws cards, yes, but he doesn't just throw cards. He can anything he touches, he turns into kinetic energy, basically like a bomb. So he can energize anything. He just chooses to use the playing cards because he's a gambler.
Way to go. Look for more.
An Iron Man game. I mean, I like Iron Man. I don't know if
More resources.
we could do an Iron Man game. I guess we could do all kinds of games. I don't think we.
You know, it would be cool outside of comic books. And it's had one really great game, but I would love a Blade Runner game.
Come back to me for upgrade.
Blade Runner game. Someone said an intergalactic motorcyclist, which kind of,
That's Lobo.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, it's funny that you're a big sci-fi guy, huh?
I like sci-fi quite a bit.
I do like sci-fi too.
Yeah.
You should make a Spawn game after Spider-Man. Spawn would be interesting, but that would be a little more mature than we're used to, I think. I think the thing about Spider-Man that we like is that we can make a playable Marvel movie type game, but we can still add that Insomniac charm to it. You know?
Yeah.
I think Spawn would just be too serious for our DNA, but maybe I'm wrong. We could probably make it work.
Lobo would have that same problem. I mean, it's just a what if kind of situation, but it's definitely way too dark.
Custom Lombaxes. So you would have to have like, sorry, we're jumping between topics. You'd have to have like 100, well not 100, but you have to have like multiple variants of Lombaxes. So it'd be like Lombaxes fighting Lombaxes
Let's upgrade.
for Battle Royale.
Want to upgrade and press X to
But why? Why would they be fighting each other? A Spider Royale. Ratchet and Clank Warriors.
Excellent. Your investment has paid.
You're trying to get the ball rolling on the next Resistance. I love Resistance, don't get me wrong. We just have, currently have no plans to develop Resistance. But we have learned to never say never. Because, again, I've said this a bunch of times, if we said never, we would never be doing Spider-Man, because we always said, we want to do our own IP. This is just a very special situation when you can work on something like Spider-Man.
Bokor told Kai that
It is very hard to make games with extremely powerful superheroes. I think that's part of the problem with Superman in terms of
Yeah.
why he's like.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't.
there's the Superman 64 thing where you're picking up pickups that give you
Well,
superpowers.
I said this on Twitter, and I didn't hate. I know a lot of people hated it. I didn't hate Justice League. I didn't think it was great.
I
But
still haven't seen it.
well,
I love
point,
DC, and I
my
still haven't seen
point is, if you watch that movie, you can tell right away why Superman, in my opinion, will never make a good character in those movies, because he's just too. He has no weaknesses. He has one weakness, and you can't constantly do the same thing over and over again with Kryptonite.
I mean, we can get into hash it out nerdy style, but I think that's a real like.
But watch the movie.
Surface level look at
Yes,
Superman.
but in terms of movies, watch it and like.
Sure.
You're not gonna. I'm not saying in the comics they can't dive deeper.
I mean, in the movies, if they were good movies, they would dive deeper too.
Maybe.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Maybe I
But-
still don't. I still feel like he's too powerful, but that's just me. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Nobody can defeat Superman. He's just too powerful. PlayStation has done a game for all Marvel characters if they bought the rights. Well, yeah, PlayStation didn't like buy the rights. It's just like a contract
map?
with Marvel.
Oh.
Like Marvel has the contract with Ubisoft.
This
That's
game's crazy.
yeah. Look how big the map is.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game is huge. There's a lot going into this game.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry to get on tangents, man. We got a lot of good discussion happening though. Suggestion at the end of Spider-Man. I can't read it. I'm not gonna read it. Am I seeing the Kingpin on the right here? Who, me? You call me Kingpin?
Got it.
Got him. Is it because I'm bald?
Roasted.
A Sunset Overdrive Battle Royale would be insane. Yeah, that actually kind of would be cool. The
Sunset Overdrive Battle
well,
Royale.
'cause
That sounds awesome.
I mean, Chaos Squad, we kind of 8-player Chaos is crazy. So imagine if you added 100 people Battle Royale, Sunset Overdrive.
apparently Final Fantasy 15 has multiplayer. I just learned this.
Oh yeah, how did you not know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't. It was DLC. I just got the Windows version of it, and I was playing it. And I saw the DLC as a multiplayer.
I think a Sunset Overdrive Battle Royale would be cool. I'd love to have more Sunset. Maybe one day we will. Magic is also a weakness for Superman. True. Planets. What's that part? Planets. It's too broken.
I don't think the interesting.
Oh,
thing,
different. Yeah, you would. I think if Superman, you'd have to go to different planets. You're right. You couldn't just stick on Earth.
I don't think the interesting thing about Superman is like his fights. It's just about like what he represents. And Superman
Yeah,
as a metaphor.
he's a god, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, and we think we've had this discussion
We
before.
have, yeah.
But I still don't think it'll take a lot to make a really good Superman movie.
I think it. Yeah, I think it'll take. Like it needs to be really. Somebody needs to have a really clear vision for that character for it to be good.
Yeah.
Like a Nolan or somebody like that who
Yeah.
really is trying to make something a little bit more than an
Hey.
action film.
Yawning Soldier's here. How's it going, man? Marvel has a deal with Ubisoft. Yeah, I don't know the details. I just know, what was it, last E3 they announced that they're doing the Avengers game. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they announced it. So they're doing an Avengers game with Ubisoft. They're doing a VR game with Oculus and Sanzaru. They're doing Spider-Man with us. They're doing a lot of different games with different companies. Yeah, there you go. Zarkrin got it. Marvel has a deal with Ubisoft, Capcom, Square, TT, Telltale, and Sony. You gotta add Sony to that.
Pathway provides choices.
Look at that snake. We'll go beat up that snake. I couldn't beat it up. Come back, snake.
Oh, I think, is there a deal with Square? I don't even know. The Avengers game is with Square? Oh, then what's the Ubisoft thing? I thought there was something with Ubisoft. Is the Avengers game with Square?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, then what's the Marvel Ubisoft?
What's happening? Look, I'm looking.
No. Marvel and Ubisoft is Avengers.
Oh, it's a look puzzle. Oh, cool.
Yeah, Avengers is Ubisoft. Marvel and Square is something else then.
Oh, water hurts. Water hurts.
Unless they're doing two.
piranhas. I got ate by piranhas, Tim.
Oh yeah, Crystal Dynamics is doing the Avengers game. So what? There's conflicting news stories. I have no idea because I'm not Marvel, so I'm not going to speak for Marvel. Yes, Crystal Dynamics, which is published by Square. So, anyway, I'm not going to keep talking on stuff I don't know about. Would you consider bidding rights for the next Star Wars game? See, that's not really how we work, unfortunately. We don't go... Like, we didn't bid for Spider-Man, right?
My pathway provides
Basically,
choices.
Marvel and Sony got together, said, we want to make a game. And Sony said, you know, Insomniac's great to work with. So they came to us, and they said, do you want to make a Marvel game? And we said... Sure, who, or what? And then they said, you get to pick. So we decided, pretty quickly actually, that it would have been cool to do Spider-Man. So, that's how that worked. It wasn't like we went and said, there's a Spider-Man game, we need to bid on it. So I don't think a Star Wars game, yes, it would be really cool to work on a Star Wars game. Don't get me wrong. But, as Insomniac, we don't just go and bid on other people's IPs. We usually, like I said, Spider-Man's a special situation. Because they let us make the game we wanted to make, you know, tell the story we want to tell, and of course it's Spider-Man. It's like one of the, if not the largest brands in the world. It's like fun to work on something like that. So Star Wars would be cool if someone came to us and said, do you guys want to make a Star Wars game? I'm sure Ted, I'm almost confident Ted would sit down and take them seriously, yes. But I don't think we would go out of our way to bid on it, because we don't self-publish our own games. We always have to have a partner, a publishing partner, because that's just how we operate. Is there any advantage to playing a third-person game on VR instead of console and TV? Yeah, there's lots of advantages. There's camera advantages. There's, like, a lot of the things Thomas is experiencing right now you can't experience on a TV. Like the cutscenes.
It's super immersive. It's hard to describe, put it into words, but it's
Yeah.
like I'm in it. It's
It's
hard
just-
for me to focus on what you're talking about, because this is so like...
It's also, it's just different. Like, you can't accomplish the same stuff. At the same time, there's things you can accomplish on a traditional game that you can't accomplish. You have to be the Jaguar. You have to go convert yourself into a beast. Well, yeah, we like to think that we're one of the best. Wonder what wording it would take to spill the beans on the next Insomniac project. It would take a lot. It would take me costing my career.
Yeah, it would take us losing our jobs.
Yeah. I don't think that's worth it. Do you? Make no mistake, they came to you... Oh, yeah, I already read that one. Thank you again. If DC came to you, what superhero would you have picked? I don't know. Personally, I love Batman, but there's already a good developer for
Yeah,
Batman.
I was tempted to say Batman when they're like, what hero...
I mean,
do you
I would
want?
say Batman, but again,
It's hard-
they already make good Batman
It's-
games, so
It's hard to imagine making better games,
yeah.
'cause those games are so good.
But personally, DC for me is all about Batman. That's just me.
I think a Flash game could be real cool.
If Mario plus Rabbids and Final Fantasy 15 Assassin's Creed can happen, anything is possible. That's true. Do a game with your character that has superpowers, telekinesis being the main one, or flight. We need a game using this power done correctly. We use telekinesis in our Unspoken, huh? Huh? Should play that.
It's a good game.
You're an archmage, not a superhero, but... So, I see Jack's comment about if you ever make a Star Wars game, make the Force Unleashed 3, please. Here's the thing I will say to those type of comments. I appreciate those kind of comments. Trust me, I do. Just like I appreciate the people who say, you need to make Spider-Man, you know, like the second version of the best Spider-Man game, you know? It's like, we want to make our own thing and make our own thing from the ground up. We don't want to, like, take the Force Unleashed and make a rip-off of this Force Unleashed, I guess is one way to say it. So yes, while we appreciate the other games that have come before us, for Spider-Man in particular,
Eat them. Yeah.
we're not trying to be those games or be successors to those games. We're trying to we're trying to be our own thing.
I'm crushing heads over here. Don't distract me.
What was it? What goes into developing weapons for Ratchet and Clank Resistance and Sunset? Man, those... We have so many weapon ideas. It takes a lot, because you got to come up with the idea, you got to come up with the concept of the weapon, you got to make sure it's not going to break the game, you got to prototype it out, you got to iterate on that, you got to make sure it fits within the universe, and then you got to, again, make sure you can actually build the final version of the weapon to make it look good. So there's a lot that goes into developing those weapons. In fact, a lot of them get put on the cutting room floor.
Once you run out of spirit power, you will transform back to your
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fits your studio. I mean, I think you could do... it would be fun to do a really good Ninja Turtles game. But again, I think... If we're looking at other IPs, sure, but I think we would almost always rather create our own memorable universes. Like we did with Ratchet and Spyro and Sunset. And hopefully all of our games.
I had visions. I saw giant men.
When Spider-Man comes out, you'll change your mind.
And colorful faces.
Cyborg, you got a Cyborg suggestion. Cyborg's cool. I just, for me at DC, all I really care about is Batman, that whole Gotham City universe. I don't really venture too much outside of that.
I mean, there's some more obscure ones that would be really, really neat, like Swamp Thing or Animal Man. Animal Man in particular, that could make a really interesting game.
Do you guys ask everyone, including non-artists, to pitch ideas? Yes. Anybody at Insomniac can pitch an idea. Yes. Usually there is a place to submit them, and they will review it. And then if they want you to like do a better job detailing it, they'll ask you to do that. And if they think it fits, within the Insomniac DNA, I guess you could say, then we usually put it open to comments, and people will talk about the ideas. And then, who knows from there? Because, once we have an idea, we can't just make it. We have to...
Oh, it's awesome.
We have to find a publishing partner, we have to find a team that's passionate about it. We're not just going to make any idea. But we do have a whole bunch of ideas, trust me. In fact, Song of the Deep was... part of the reason we made Song of the Deep was because at the time there was like 3 or 4 or 5 submarine game pitches all at once. And we kind of went, hey, maybe we should make a submarine game. I want to walk a horse. You want to walk a horse? Like on a leash?
Woo. Walk horse.
I'm not a Green Arrow fan, no. But I don't have anything against any of the DC characters. I just prefer to gravitate towards Batman.
Green Lantern could have a lot of really cool game mechanics. Like you just make anything.
Well, the Lantern Core.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you get inspiration from the web grenade off the Spider-Man Homecoming creating a gadget demo? Both are similar. Honestly, we were already developing Spider-Man before we even saw the first trailer for Homecoming. So, no, I guess. It was all coincidental. So, yes, James Stevenson could pitch a game if he wanted to. I'm not sure if he has. He's been here quite a while, so I'm sure he's... The thing about all of us is, even if you don't pitch a game idea, you still have input as to what could get put into existing ideas.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, I want to build this whole game. Because once the idea is pitched, it goes to, you know, say an idea gets picked up and a creative director gets assigned and a team gets assigned. You can't just have one person go on and do everything, right? So we have writers, we have creative people, we have designers, creative people, we have artists, we have designers, we have all these people that are inputting ideas, and then, you know, the creative director and the writer and those guys, their job is to make sure it all fits together. But they're still, everyone's taking ideas from everyone in the company. So, you know, I've had ideas that have gotten into games, you know.
That's at least for me one of the things that makes us really special and
Yeah.
awesome.
We are awesome. Thanks, Thomas.
We really are.
How long have you been at Insomniac? Someone asked that earlier. This is my 8th year. I've been here since Resistance 3. Thomas has been here for 2 years now, right?
A little under, just a little bit, like a month.
Just
under.
say 2 years.
2 years. Right? It's like a baby.
605.
It's about 18 and a half months.
Open world Batman animated series game. That'd be kind of cool.
They made a game kind of like that, but it was like okay
Yeah.
on like Xbox, I think.
By the way, I completely missed the half-hour mark, so I'm sure we have new people joining us. The chat's been awesome today, so I've been focused on the chat. We're playing Feral Rites. This is our second VR title from us, Insomniac Games. Marcus Smith was creative director from Sunset Overdrive and Resistance 3. This is a brawler adventure game, I guess, where you explore and beat people up. It's kind of a mix between Altered Beasts, God of War, and Zelda, I guess.
Woo! Getting bodied.
I hope citizens in New York react to Spider-Man in the game. I hope so too. Can I pitch that? I can't talk about the Spider-Man, but I will say, you know, when you do see more, you will learn a lot more. Do we drive the studio crazy with all the tweets looking for Spider-Man Pro? Well, you drive. No, you don't drive us crazy. But there's 2 or 3 of us that work the Twitter account, so the whole studio doesn't see those. I mean, they do if they go onto our account and read them.
Yeah, I read them just because.
But for the most part, they're not getting bombarded with them like we are. But I don't mind. No, because I'd rather have you asking questions than not asking anything. I wish I could give you more information, but I can't right now. So all I gotta say is it will be worth it. In fact, that was kind of cool timing.
What?
Just the sword noise.
Oh, did you accidentally do that?
I'm actually replaying the game right now. It's cool. It's cool. What music do you like to play at your workstation to help you focus? Thomas? Well, Thomas, you're usually playing a game, right?
Yeah, sometimes I listen to some music. But listening to 2 friends a little bit lately. I listen to a lot of rock.
You were listening to
dance
2
music.
of your friends?
It's a dance music group called 2 Friends.
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah. I listen to everything though. In another life, I was a DJ, so I have quite an eclectic
Another life.
taste.
I listen to mostly rock, heavier rock, punk rock, metal.
New Carpenter Brute album's real good. I like that quite a bit.
Hope you guys divulge into RPG genre someday. I think that would be awesome. I really love RPGs. That was brutal.
Yeah, it was awesome. This game's really fun.
No, I don't go insane. James and I actually handle most of the tweets. and we don't go insane. So, Greg Miller drives you guys crazy. Actually, he doesn't. He's fun. We got nothing. We love Greg. But it is funny, the little, trolling he does to us. Especially recently, ever since the DICE Awards. Will we see guest Marvel characters in Spider-Man? I can't say. I will see. I can say you will see some Spider-Man characters in Spider-Man, as evidence from the trailer.
Spider-Man.
How often does Sony visit? Do they at all? Yeah, Sony comes quite a bit. Marvel comes quite a bit too. In fact, I think they're usually there because there's the Marvel producers, I believe, are in LA, so they stop by, you know, usually weekly. And I mean, Sony and Marvel get updated builds all the time, so they're constantly checking out what we're doing. You wish Ratchet had more robust melee. I do too. I want a more robust melee Ratchet, like an upgradable wrench or multiple types of melee wrenches, combos. That'd be fun. But Ratchet's like more about shooting. So
Yeah.
you know, if we ever did do another Ratchet game and we ever did add melee, we would still have to make it more about shooting. Have we met Shu? I've met Shu. I've met him at E3 a couple times. But yeah, we've worked with Sony, man, 20 years now? Over 20 years now? So pretty much anyone who's been here for a while has met most folks from Sony. What is your message? I'm glad we will learn a lot next time we get some news. I can imagine just getting a screenshot. Oh, I don't know why that's getting held. I personally don't have a mouse right now to allow that. But yeah, I don't know why your comment's getting held. Maybe you hit a bad word in there somewhere.
Sometimes it does that, and I can't discern a reason. Tried to figure that out.
Twitch
before.
chat, come on.
There is a room at the ready. Crack it, then search out the other four.
How long does it take to make a game? That's a very vague, broad question, I guess I should say. Depends on the game. We've made games in a year. We've made games in 3 years. We've made games in 2 years. Ratchet and Clank PS4 was a little under a year, which was pretty impressive considering how that game came together.
That blows my mind.
Feral Rites, this one was, I want to say 2 years or so. Sunset Overdrive was closer to 3. Resistance 3 was closer to 3. So yeah, it just depends on the game, the budget, the cycle, you know, what type of the scope of the game. Studios that are veteran studios, like us, can probably do it faster. Like, I'm not saying other studios couldn't make a Ratchet game within a year, but we're specifically built to make a Ratchet game within a year. Has anyone thought about pitching a small-scale fighting game with a diverse weapon system? I am sure they have. I'm sure they have.
Ooh.
Wondering when we'll hear news about Spider-Man. Hopefully sooner than you think. Yes. I don't know when you think, and I can't answer that anyway. Will you be going to E3? Yeah, I mean, Burbank is right down the street from E3, so we go every year to E3. Just like GDC, we go every year to GDC. Mods must hate me. That one got blocked too. We'll try to fix that, Jack. How long is Spider-Man in development? Spider-Man started... Oh man, when did that start? I can't say specifically. It's been about 2 years probably now? 3? 2, 3? I don't know. By the time it could be 4, 5, 6. I don't know.
That was a royal
Oh.
to harness the power of transformation, but does not have the royal blood. He has lost his humanity forever, locked in the form of a wild.
I bet Insomniac will show a Spider-Man trailer at premiere of Infinity War.
Finding that mandrel beast here.
That'll be awesome.
Getting close. And
I'm just reading chat now. How does it feel to that Spyro is turning 20 this year?
continue on.
I personally didn't work on Spyro, so I can't speak for people who have worked on Spyro, but I know it's cool to see Spyro still be a thing. Just like it's cool to see Ratchet and Clank still be a thing. It's cool to see creations that people I work with have made. You know, Ted, the Hastings brothers. There's been other people at the studio, Brian Algier, John Fiorito, Chad Dezern. All those guys have worked on Spyro in some way, shape, or form.
As a fan of Spyro,
Back again.
it makes me feel old. Because I remember playing that game. It was like one of the first games that I ever 100%ed and got really into.
Do you think we'll see more info about Spider-Man at E3? Will Insomniac be at E3? I'll answer that second one. I already did. Our Burbank office always goes to E3 because we're right down the street. So does that answer it? Yes, there will be Insomniacs at E3.
You do look great in this.
So wait, both California and NC Studios are working on Spider-Man.
Wearing this one now.
Most of California, some of North Carolina. I guess you could say that. We used to be more split up, I guess. But now we kind of have people that work on titles coast to coast. I work on all the titles though, so I get lucky.
I like that you can just run through stuff and break it.
Ever hear of a web animated series called Bawman and Piterman? I have not heard of that. Someone needs to Google that. Bawman and Piterman. Oh, it's 3 o'clock.
Is it really?
We've had so much fun in chat today that we lost track of time.
Time flew.
Ever hear of... Oh, I already read that one. Have you ever considered opening a new studio? We did open a new studio. We considered it and we did it. I don't know if they've considered it since then, honestly. We're not really like aggressively trying to expand because we like the size that we're at. So, probably not, but I guess never say never.
I died.
What's the most far into development game ever made it out of a studio? What? Wait a minute, hold on a second. What is the most far into development game? Oh, has never made it out of the studio. I don't know because I haven't been here our entire history, but I could say there's been games that have been playable that never made it outside the studio. They weren't like full-blown games. They're more like demos or vertical slices.
Yeah.
Atlanta Insomniac would be dope. Well, we're not far from Atlanta. We're only like 6 hours. Please develop a couch co-op game. Not exclusively co-op. Well, we did. Ratchet and Clank All for One. Check it. Check it. Alright, we're running out of time. Let me see if I can answer a couple more questions.
What's up?
Nothing, I just hit the button. I had to make it look like I was doing something.
Oh, okay.
It's like a reaction. According to the wiki, development started in 2014, but that's probably just planning. I honestly don't remember when the first conversations for Spider-Man happened. New York Insomniac would be cool. I'd go there.
Is Marcus a cool?
Is Marcus cool? No.
Negative.
He is like the opposite of a cool. For PS4, a New York studio
He's a drool.
that you can visit. You guys, you want Insomniac work in your backyard? Yeah, that's true. I want to work in my backyard. Alright, sorry. We got to cut this short. Well, not short, but I got to cut this awesome conversation. I'd love to continue this. If you want to continue this, join our Discord.
It's
Right
down
there.
here? I think
Uh,
somewhere? Right.
Because
up
we're
there.
always there in Discord.
Right there.
Go there, and there's an Insomniac Live channel, and we could chat there. Or you can chat about anything else in the other channels.
We're both in there.
We're going to... Hopefully you enjoyed watching Feral Rites. We're going to try to finish the whole game. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it next week. Maybe we'll do it again the next week after that. We'll try to keep playing Feral Rites to keep the playthrough going, like we did with Edge of Nowhere. We do have to finish Edge of Nowhere.
Yeah, we got a little bit left on that.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for everyone. Oh, Couch Co-op for PS4. Yeah, I like Couch Co-op. All I will say is who knows what the future holds. Shh. It's been fun. Bushin, Jack, Farumaru. Did I say that right? TJ, Zarkin, Anastasia, Sen, all you guys, thank you for joining us. I missed it, but Amac, Braja, and Thoraki, thanks for the follows. Tomorrow in Burbank, they are playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Next week, I don't know what we're going to play here. If you got suggestions, put them in the Discord. You can see the schedule up as soon as we go on live. Go offline. And it's the same times every week. We just play different games. So we usually post them on Mondays. But if you have suggestions for next week, and they don't only have to be VR suggestions, although we do like playing VR games, we're open to PC games as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll continue Edge of Nowhere, we'll continue Feral Rites, we'll play some new VR games, we'll play some non-VR games. I know they want to do some fighting game. I forget what they said they called it. It's like a Smash Brother game on Steam.
Oh, Rivals of Ether?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
We might be playing that. We might play Hunt Showdown. Maybe we'll play Fortnite.
Vermintide 2?
We can play Vermintide.
I'm enjoying that myself at home.
We will play Spider-Man when we're ready to play Spider-Man. Trust me. All right. See ya. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. It was fun.
We'll see you next time.